Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Kim in the Kitchen. Today we're going to be making cobblers. One of them is going to be a peach cobbler and the other is going to be a blackberry cobbler. These are two recipes that are super easy and that my family absolutely love. My husband loves blackberry cobbler, and my mom used to make me peach cobbler when I was little, and it was my very favorite dessert that she made. So I'm going to take y'all through making these recipes. The ingredients you're going to need for these two cobblers is I have a quart-size bag of blackberries. I have a large can of peaches. You're going to need regular granulated sugar, and you're going to need self-rising flour. And we have our oven preheated to 375. So we're going to get this all mixed up, get this in the oven, and get these cobblers ready. All right, so first things first, I have two baking dishes that I have sprayed and ready for the cobblers to go in. All right, got our baking dishes ready. I'm going to put one of these over to this side and one up because we'll use it in a few minutes. We're going to go ahead and do the blackberry cobbler first. So what I like to do is I just kind of put my frozen blackberries in the microwave for just a second to like get them defrosted. Then I'm just going to pour them in this pan. I like to sprinkle my blackberries with a little bit of sugar just because they're a little tart and it just makes them taste just a little better. So I am not a blackberry fan, but my husband loves them. So I like to make him these, and it's a little treat. He's working today, but our anniversary is tomorrow, so I figure when he gets home, he'll have a little treat. All right, so we're going to just set those to the side while we get our mix mixed up for our cobbler. All right, so the first thing you're going to need is a cup of self-rising flour. So we're going to get that measured out. So 1 cup of self-rising flour in the bowl. Then you're going to need a cup of granulated sugar. All right, there's your cup of granulated sugar. And then this is my secret part of my blackberry cobbler. Everybody always asks, why does yours taste different? Well, this is why, so I guess I'm giving my secret away. This is his favorite way of doing it. I use Sunny Delight. Up to you. You can use any orange juice. He likes Sunny Delight, so we use that. I use half a cup of Sunny Delight. This is the tangy brand of it. And then I use half a cup of water. All right. Then I pour that into that dry mixture. And we mix it up. And this is going to look super liquidy. It kind of looks like a real runny pancake batter, and that's fine. That's exactly what you want. It's going to look like when you put this in the oven, it's not going to stiffen up and look like a cake or cobbler, but it does, I promise. We're going to pour that over our blackberries. All right, we got those all covered up. Now I'm going to set this one to the side and get our peach cobbler ready. All right, you guys, I got our mixing bowl and our measuring cup all washed up, and we're ready to get our peach cobbler mixed up. So it's just a large can of peaches. I'm going to open that up. This is so super simple. Like if this recipe you could do in literally no time with just a little bit of ingredients. You can use any kind of fruit that you like. I've done tons of different kinds of fruit. And it's just super easy. So the first thing I'm going to do is just drain those peaches, because you want to reserve that liquid. We're going to use the peach liquid for this one. And then if we have to have a little bit of water, that's okay too. All right, so I've reserved that liquid. Now I'm gonna pour the peaches into my other baking dish. I think I have one more in there. All right. So you got your peaches in there. All right, to the mixing bowl for this, we're gonna add the 1 cup of liquid. So I'm going to measure that out just to see if I have enough, and I don't. So that's about 3/4 of a cup of the peach juice. So to that, I'm just gonna go ahead and add the rest of the way to a cup with water. Okay, so that makes sure we have 1 cup of liquid. All right, so we're gonna measure our ingredients out again. Remember, it's 1 cup of flour. I use self-rising. Just because self-rising is easy, you don't have to add a bunch of stuff to it to make it rise. It rises on its own. That's why I like self-rising. All right, so 1 cup of flour. Then we're gonna do 1 cup of sugar. All right, 1 cup of sugar. Mix that all in there. And then you're gonna put that 1 cup of liquid. This, remember, it's 3/4 a cup of peach, and then I added a little water just to get it the rest of the way. You could also do this as an apple cobbler. I have. And when I do apple cobbler, I go ahead and add a little bit of cinnamon and clove to it. It just gives it a little bit of different flavor. You can also add a little bit of oats in here, and it gives it just a little more texture. I like apples and oatmeal, so I like to add a little more to the cobbler mix for it. But you can add whatever. If you wanted to use brown sugar for the apple, you could. It's just up to you. This is a super easy recipe, and you can kind of change it however you would like it. All right, so there again, this mixture is like a pancake batter, but it is a very good mixture because it makes everything taste so yummy. So we're just gonna pour that over the peaches. Make sure they're all good and covered. All right, and that's what it's gonna look like. All right, and we'll put these over here. I have my cobblers over here ready to go in the oven. My oven was preheating for 375 and it just went off, so it's ready for those to go in. So we're gonna stick those in the oven for about 25 minutes at 375, and then we're gonna look at them and just make sure that the top is solid, and then we're gonna add another step to this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys in the oven for 25 minutes, and then we're gonna check back in and see what they look like. All right, I got my kitchen timer set. Cobblers are in the oven. I'm gonna clean up my mess, and we'll come back and check on these in just a few minutes. Just an update. They're looking super yummy. We're gonna take them out in just a few minutes and do that last step before we put them back in. They smell so good. All right, the 25-minute timer went off, so the cobblers are almost ready. We're gonna pull them out the oven. I'm gonna put some goodness on top of them. We're gonna pop them back in the oven for just a few minutes and let them brown up, and then they are going to be so yummy. All right, let's see what they look like. Okay, you guys, so on top of these, we're going to add some butter and some sugar. So, grab me a knife, and we're just gonna add a little bit of butter on top of each one of these. I say a little bit. I probably add more than a little bit, but you know, what do they say? A little butter's good, a lot of butter's better. I reckon. That's what they say. Anyway, it makes it taste good. So, I mean, when you're eating dessert, you're not dieting anyway, right? Because you got to treat yourself every once in a while. So, all right. I'm going to add a little to this Blackberry Cobbler. Okay, so I have my butter on there. Now I'm going to just sprinkle the tops of these cobblers with a little bit of sugar. So if we weren't already in a diabetic coma, maybe we will be now. No, just kidding. This just makes them brown up a little on top. And just gives it a little flavor. And that butter makes, like I say, everything better. And I don't put a ton, I just put a little bit. If you were doing the apple cobbler at this time, this would be when you would sprinkle the top with some cinnamon and sugar mixture, and it would make it so yummy. Okay, so we're gonna stick these back in the oven, and we're just gonna watch them now. It kind of differs as to how long. You just want to make sure that everything's cooked thoroughly through, and that the tops are good and brown. So we will stick them back in carefully. Alright, so now I'm just going to keep a watch on these. I say it's usually about 10 more minutes or so, but I'm just going to keep a watch on them. And when they get good and brown on top and everything is good and solid, then we will pull them out and give them a taste. Alright, you guys, I've been watching those cobblers. It's been about 10 minutes and they're all browned up and ready to come out of the oven. So let's pull those bad boys out and give them a taste. Yummy! Look at that goodness. Oh my. Oh my. Those look so yummy. All right. We got it over on the counter and it looks fantastic. I'm going to scoop a little bit in a bowl so I can do a tasty. Alright, super hot. So we're going to taste it. See what it's like. I know what it's going to taste like because this is my very favorite, but I can't wait. Oh my. So good. I wish y'all could try this. Y'all really need to make these. I'm not going to taste that blackberry one because it's going to be a treat for Shane tonight when he gets home. Thank you guys for joining me on this episode. If you have any ideas of something that you would like to see me cook, go ahead and message me or comment below. I'll have my Instagram link below also, and I'll put these recipes. Remember guys, these are super easy, and if you have any questions about the recipes or how to change them up a little bit, you can comment that below too, and I'll help you guys out. Y'all don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button at the bottom. Share these with your friends. And thanks for joining me, you guys. See you next time. Bye.